also with you. Very nice. Very nice. Hello. How are you? Well, hello. Nice to see both of you. In church, we don't see you very often. You're welcome, everyone. We'll discuss that later. It's good that you're here. This is nice. Hello, back here. Oh, look, we have little Santa Claus focus. Get ready for next year, I see. That's good. How are you doing back here? Good. We have great seats, but yeah, we all have great seats. This is lovely. Hello, how are you? Nice to see both of you here. Hello, how are you on this side? They're much noisier over on that side. We'll make that work. How are you doing? Well, how's it there? I am very well, thank you. How are you doing? Good? Oh, good. This is ready. How are you doing? Hello. Well, you're very welcome. Nunsense Health School is open to everyone, so it's nice that you're here. Lovely. You've got a little something here. Exactly. That's what we're here for. And that's more fun. So you're all by yourself tonight. Good to see you. How are you doing? Oh, that's my Hello, how are you up here in the front row? Lovely smiling faces. Hello. Welcome everyone to Mount St. Helens School. Before we begin our program, I have to take care of a little bit of business. So first off, in case of an emergency, we have two exits. There is one there and one there. There won't be an emergency, but we have now done our due diligence. Now, number two, if you have a cell phone, please take it out and turn it off. Because if the Reverend Mother catches you on your cell phone, she will not only take it away, you will get detention and we'll never see you again. And number three is, if you need to use the bathroom at any time, it is out that exit door. They are marked Adam and Eve. You choose. We do not judge here at Mount St. Helens. So without further ado, now, the Reverend Mother is on her way out here, and I was hoping that all of you could help me put her in a good mood, because believe me, there is nothing worse than a crabby Reverend Mother. So I'd like us all to do the Mount St. Helens cheer. Do you know how that goes? No, great, because I'm going to teach it to you. You're going to put your arms up in the air like this, and we're all going to go woo, 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 woo. That's not too bad for a Friday night, but we're going to give it one more shot. On the count of three, please use your outside voice. 1, 2, 3. Excellent. Do I have any whistlers out here? Oh, I do. Awesome.
Ladies
Great.
and gentlemen, I'd like us to give a warm welcome to our spiritual leader, Gina.
Let's hear it for the Mount St. Helens Band.
Are we ready to begin?
Reverend Mother, where is Sister Amnesia?
Oh, Sister.
Amnesia!
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 Oh, come on out, Sister. Oh, it's okay. They're all friends. Yes, they are. That's a girl. Come on. Oh, come on. Yes. You can talk to him afterward, darling. We need you up here right now. That's a girl. Oh, she's just a little nervous. She's a hot mess is what she is. Are we ready now? Are we ready now? Brings back memories, does it? All right. May I have a little light, please? That's Sister Mary Myopia, our archery instructor. Bullseye! each and every one of you for coming here this evening to participate in our fundraising activities. Now, before we begin, I'd like to clear up what seems to be some confusion about our set here. You see, our 8th graders are putting on the musical Vaseline.
It's Grease.
It's Vaseline.
Grease.
It's the same thing.
Grease.
It's grease. Anyway, I promised the children we wouldn't disturb their handiwork during our benefit, and so that's why things may seem a little incongruous at times. Now, we have a wonderful introductory song, but before we begin the festivities, let us ask the Lord to bless our endeavors. Sister, if you will.
Veni creator spiritus, mentes tuorum visita, in plesu perna gratia, que tu creasti pectora. Some folks think of convents as the places where we pray, but let us tell you, convents are much more than that today. We're dedicated people, but we like to have our fun.
We're here tonight to share with you the humor of the nun.
Nunsense is habit forming, let us tell you why.
When a sister gets a buzz, it's a special high.
There is nothing we can do once we get a laugh or two. It's something we cannot control once we're on a roll. Have you heard the one about the traveling salesman who really drew a crowd? Seems this farmer had a horse rather well endowed.
Sister Nunsense may be habit forming, but let's draw a line.
Cut the cheap shots. Why be common?
We can be divine.
Everybody's here, so let's tell them who we are.
This is Sister Robert, and she sings and drives a car. Sister Mary Amnesia doesn't know her real name.
A crucifix fell on her head, her memory's gone. What a shame. Sister is our novice mistress and our guiding light. She's second in command and stands at Reverend Mother's right.
Sister Leo is the youngest. As a novice, she's brand new.
And I'm your Reverend Mother, Sister Mary Regina. That's all.
Nonsense is habit forming, that's what people say. We're here to prove that nuns are fun, perhaps a bit risque. We still wear our habits to retain our magic spell, but we're on our way to heaven. We're here to raise a bell.
Senate girls.
Nonsense is habit forming, that's the reason we are up here on the stage tonight, hoping you'll agree. Nonsense is habit and we're hooked, and all we know is we just can't kick it. Those folks, they kick it. We just can't kick this nonsense, so on with the show.
Oh, thank you. Thank you so very much. And just in case there's anyone here who hasn't heard what our little fundraiser is all about, we had a small disaster back at the convent. You see, a short time ago, our cook, Sister Julia, child of God, served some vichyssoise soup, and nearly every sister died instantly of botulism.
It was kind of like the Last Supper. Convent humor.
Why, we wouldn't be alive here tonight if it weren't for the fact that we were off playing bingo with some merry-knolls. What a bunch of cutthroats they turned out to be.
I still say they're Mother Superior cheated when she didn't call me 59.
Oh, convent, we found 52 of our sisters lying face down in the soup.
Now, we had no idea what to do, so we all began praying for guidance.
And then I had a vision. It was either Saint Catherine of Siena or Saint Thomas Aquinas in drag. Anyway, I was instructed to use our sister Mary Cardelia as a model and start a greeting card company to raise funds. Well, of course I did, and it was a huge success.
So we took the money and buried 48 of the 52 dead sisters, and then Reverend Mother bought a Blu-ray player for the convent. Personally, I think we should have buried all the sisters before we bought the Blu-ray, but as mistress of novices, I'm only number 2, and one tries hard not to question Reverend Mother.
And one will try harder in the future. That's right, dear. The important fact is we had to put those last 4 sisters in the freezer.
And Sister Julia, child of God, is having a fit about that.
So that's why we're putting on this little show. We need to raise money to bury those last 4 dead sisters.
We hope you'll forgive the limitations put on us by the loss of so many of our sisters, but if they hadn't died, then we wouldn't have to bury them, and there wouldn't be this little show in the first place.
But they did. We have to. And there it is. So there you are. Now, about a week ago, I held trials for tonight's show, and I chose those sisters whom I thought were the very best of what was left of us. And I asked each of them to prepare something that best displayed her talent.
But first, I thought you might be interested in knowing a little history of the Little Sisters of Hoboken, and that's what this next song is all about.
You see, we started out running a leper colony. Oh, I know you probably think that's a little bit distasteful, but all the good causes were taken. Anyway, it all began. Oh, well, if I give it all away, you won't enjoy the song. What do you say? We just do it! Father Bob!
5, 6, 7, 8.
Ave Maria, it's so heavenly to be a member of a group that's putting on a show. It's great! Although it is a difficult transition, for we started off as missionaries, which of course is obviously much more apropos, but their mission got in trouble, and at first their holy bubble,
We were caught in an embroglio.
and we finally had to go. So we hope you'll understand if we're not absolutely grand, or we feel a little crazy, we're uneasy in this show.
Well, let me start at the beginning. Now, pay attention. We're going to give you the history of our order, and you're going to be quizzed on it afterwards. Filled with great anxiety, Sister Hubert sailed with me and Sister Robert Ann to a land of unknown circumstance. We reached our destination with a bit of trepidation, going how to order lepers back to work in southern France.
No, 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 no.
No, that's not right. We come to join an order working with lepers on an island south of France. That's it.
Each of us, as best we could, cut a tree and chop some wood, which then was used in building humble huts for quarantine. When Sister Mark Yukon had finished up the porta john, we all sat down and greeted
And now, Sister Amnesia, try to remember what I teach you in the novitiate. Gentle but firm.
Gentle but firm. All right. Sit up straight, eyes forward, pay attention. Do you know what time it is? I always know what time it is. Because you see, back at the convent, we have this huge clock with the 12 apostles pasted on it. Yeah, and I always know when the big hand is on the John and the little hand is on the Peter, that it's time for the nuns to go down on their knees. And pray. Now's the time for that quiz that Reverend Mother warned you about. These are the questions that, well, you should know the answers to if you were paying attention to that last number. Sister Myopia, may I have some lights, please? Okay, if you know the answer, you raise your hand. Are you ready? You're ready!
Yes.
Good, all right. Question number 1. The leper colony was established on an island south of... Who said that? We have people raise their hands. I'll give you one more try. Same question, guys, okay. The leper colony was established on an island south of... Yes?
France.
That is correct! Yes! Would you have known the answer if I hadn't blurted it out?
Oh, I was gonna say it. Yeah.
You were? Oh, she's so honest! You get a prize!
I do.
You do! It's a genuine St. Christopher motorist prayer card! You're welcome! Look on the back! Yeah, it says, I am Catholic. In case of an accident, please call a priest. Are you Catholic? Oh, well. I'll fix it. On the card. It's only a 2-hour show. So what are you? Agnostic. That's like, what is that?
It's a non-religion.
Non-religion. Is that like non-dairy? Like, okay. You're not lactose intolerant.
Right.
You're, I don't know.
Organized religion.
Organized religion intolerant.
Yeah.
Okay. I hear they have a coup for that these days. Agnostic.
Thanks.
Is that, I thought that meant just like you, any old god.
No.
No? Oh. I get a lot of things wrong though, so I'm not surprised I don't know what that means. Okay, wait, so who do you call? Doctor? Do you have coverage for that? I'm happy for you. Are they good? Are they in your network? You know who's in my network?
God.
Yeah. He has no monthly. I fixed this for you. I am agnostic.
Right?
You know what that means now. In case of an accident, please call a doctor. Seems like very, very responsible.
Right.
Good for you.
Good for you.
Thank you. I should tell you something, though. St. Christopher is actually no longer a saint. Yeah, I guess he must have had an accident. He did not have a doctor, a good HMO, I guess.
Okay. Second question, guys. This one is a lot harder than the first one. Why? No, wait, there's more. Wait. Why did the sisters leave the leper colony? Anyone? Did you listen to the whole song? Yes?
They were scared of getting leprosy?
There was a bit of trepidation there, yes. I only know that word because it was in the song. Do you remember what else happened? Yes?
The Protestants were building better houses.
They did, and then what did we do?
You had a race.
We did, and then what happened?
You lost
We lost the race! Good job! I'm sure you helped her out a lot. Okay, I have a prize for you too.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Do you know who that is? No, the answer's not on the back. Good try.
Peter? That's just a
Peter. It was a guess. That was incorrect. But don't worry, I'll give you a hint.
Okay.
He likes animals. And his name is Francis.
Francis?
Francis! Good job! Yeah. You know, a lot of people think that St. Francis is a sissy.
Oh.
No, wait, but it's not true. It's actually, brother explained to me, he's of a sissy. I haven't quite worked out how he managed to do that, but it's a good thing, guys. That's a really good thing these days. Okay, do we have any Catholics in the audience tonight? If they never thought it would pay off, you get to clap with the cross. Well, I guess you really can't clap on a cross. I just have one more question that Sister Hubert wanted me to ask you. Do you think it was wrong for Reverend Mother to buy the Blu-ray before the time we have for the quiz? Thank you, darling.
Yeah, she's cute. Now I'd like to present Sister Mary Leo with her interpretation of mourning at the convent. Sister!
Excuse me. I wake up all bleary when I first hear the age-old query.
Benedicite.
Dominus. Thank God we can't speak to each other. I'm not in a mood.
dance like you.
Well, you would have been able to see more, but Reverend Mother won't let me wear a tutu.
Now you know how Reverend Mother feels about the traditional habit.
Yes. If God wanted everyone to look like people,
He wouldn't have invented nuns. That's right.
But Sister Hubert, I plan to dedicate myself to God through dance. If I can't wear a tutu, how will I ever be a famous ballerina?
Sister Leo, have we forgotten humility? I've always told the novices that God is on their side when they're looking for the strength to avoid the sin of pride.
I know that being humble is a virtue we hold dear, but how can I be humble and advancing my career?
Sister Leo, your vocation is your career. Would you excuse me for a moment? Now I'd like to say something before this goes any further. You see, I wanted to be a nun ever since I was a little girl. My dream was to enter the convent, work my way up to Mother Superior, and turn the little sisters of Hoboken into the big sisters of Newark. Well, first lesson I had to learn upon entering the convent was that we do not strive for position, just perfection. Besides, she who exalts herself shall be humbled, and she who humbles herself shall be exalted. Reverend Mother is the boss, and so I must obey. As mistress of the novices, I shine in my own way.
You mean if I'm really humble, I could have a shot at a bit of exaltation with my simple out?
You got it, kid. The biggest ain't the best. Very often we're impressed by a tiny diamond chip that seems to outshine all the rest. So pay attention now. Here's what you must do. Don't demand the spotlight, let the spotlight come to you.
I'm beginning to see the light.
Remember Sister Hilda, whose endowment was so great. When she put on her collar, it stood out like a plate. Well, one day when the bishop came, she went to the door. As she knelt to kiss his ring, she fell flat out on the floor.
The biggest ain't the best, as the bishop will attest. The Lord tells us the least are often those that are the blessed.
So let that be a lesson to you, try to understand. The people with the biggest drums don't always leave the band.
Oh, the biggest ain't the best. Very often we're impressed by a tiny diamond chip that seems to outshine all the rest.
So do what you do well.
I know I'll be fine.
Just remember to be humble.
As we proudly go and
Smile, baby.
sparkle, Millie, sing out, Louise, and shine.
Now that was just dandy. It sounded wonderful backstage.
Very much. Hey,
Well, what'd you think? I call it my convent Miranda look.
Sister, I'm appalled. Now you show some respect.
Oh, cool your jets, Rev. Hey, I got another little surprise for you.
Another surprise.
Yeah, I realized that when you arranged the program for tonight, you hadn't included a solo for me. So I've been working on a special song, and I thought you could find a spot for it in the show. Listen to this. When I became a nun at a very early age.
Sister Robert Ann, you are the understudy. Do you realize what a great honor and responsibility that is? You have to be ready at a moment's notice in case an emergency should arise. I mean, take me, for example. I'm the Mother Superior, not an Ovation-nominated musical comedy star.
I realized that from the opening number. Look, I don't mean to sound ungrateful, but I'd rather have a spot that is just for Robert Ann. I'm not asking for a lot. The understudy never shines until the star is ill. Then the crowd is hostile, the star's not on the bill.
Sister, I don't believe this is something to discuss in front of the audience.
Playing second fiddle positively means this kid will never get a moment on the stage alone. Even, God forbid, if something happened and you did get sick.
Yes?
And reading up on being an understudy. And believe me, it is not encouraging. Who here knows that Dolly Levi's also Bibi Osterwald? Carol Channing wasn't sick, so Bibi wasn't called. This girl, Lenora Nevitz, has it on her resume that she understudied everyone. Where is she today?
There's Shirley MacLaine.
No, Shirley doesn't count. That was just bizarre. Carol Haney breaks her leg and Shirley is a star. But that's about as rare as Lana Turner down at Schwab's. It's a miracle when understudies get the starring jobs.
Well, then I'd start praying if I were you.
For what?
A miracle.
Oh, playing second fiddle positively makes this kid'll never get a lead, 'cause everybody knows whoever understudied Merman as the Gypsy Mama permanently ended up as second-hand Rose.
Reverend Mother, I'm ready!
I've got to get Amnesia out here for her number. We'll talk about
Amnesia? But my number's all ready to go. You just I gotta figure out a way to get a solo spot so I can prove to Reverend Mother what it takes. I've got. Maybe then she'll understand this feeling in my soul that I deserve a leading role.
You know, in some ways, I feel personally responsible for the predicament that has brought us here tonight. You see, Sister Julia has never really gotten a handle on her vocation. Only last week, we had the Monsignor coming over for dinner, so I asked Julia to prepare something a little special. A few minutes later, I walk into the kitchen, and I see her setting up the ironing board. I says, Julia, what the hell are you doing? And she says, I'm going to make pressed duck. And then she asks me, how do you get down off a duck? And I says, well, how did you get up there in the first place? Oh, come on, folks, it's not easy. Yes, well, you see, it's really not that easy for us to do this sort of thing. You know, I mean, I really thought that if I could explain something about our order, you knew something more about us.
I thought I was supposed to do this part.
Oh, my goodness, oh, I'm sorry. I promised Sister here she could do this part. I'm sorry. Go right ahead, Sister, go on. Keep your eye on her, Hubert.
Hello?
Hello?
My name is Sister Mary. For a moment
you don't have to earn. You move right up in line without waiting your turn. Virtues like patience are not our concern. Oh, sister, I thought virtue was always our concern. Think about your soul and bones. There were three we must dispose: poverty, chastity, and obedience alone. What the hell are you trying to do? Make me go deaf?
Oh, sister, don't be silly. You know you can't go deaf. Everyone can see. Nuns don't have ears. Where was I? Let's start with poverty. Empty your purse. Poverty makes being poor even worse. Granted, it's not so extreme for a nun. We may not be starving, but still it's not fun. Not
What do you mean poverty's not fun? You can't deny we live like we're from Beverly Hills. While Mother Superior pays all the bills. We can smell the coffee girls, our lives are first rate. From another point of view, poverty's great. What do you mean poverty's great? Well, isn't it obvious? We can have everything. We just can't own it.
chastity is where we found our postulates are losing ground. You must be celibate.
You can't screw around,
Obedience is number 3. We cannot question what will be if you have no opinions. The living is easy. Wait a minute! I think I'm beginning to remember who I am.
Yeah, the fish are jumping and the cotton is high. Let's get back to obedience. If pain can make you perfect, then the vow was for you. Every time you disobey, they beat your ass black and blue. National's where she belongs. Everything she says is wrong. Sister's just jealous because I stole her song. Dedication and commitment, she's so full of. Don't finish that one, no habit. You'll take it for fun. This song. Ouch! Why didn't somebody tell me she brought that puppet?
Don't look at me.
You knew. I know you knew.
Well, I knew about the puppet, but I didn't
What
realize.
if there are some plain clothes nuns in the audience? I certainly hope no one was offended.
Please don't let this affect your generosity this evening.
Really, we've got to get those girls out of the freezer. You never know when the health inspector might be coming around.
Did I miss something?
Just the boat, dear.
Reverend Mother, we don't have a boat. Sister drove the car.
Sister Amnesia, Reverend Mother was just saying that we didn't know when the health inspector might be coming around.
Oh, he came this afternoon.
What do you mean he came this afternoon? You've been here all day practicing with us.
Yeah, but he called yesterday.
What? Amnesia! Why don't you tell me these things? I forgot. Oh, this is terrible. Oh, Amnesia, go and phone the convent right away and see if anything's happened. you've done it, Amnesia. Now you've really done it. This is a fine mess you've gotten us into.
I didn't mean to. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to. Oh, the bathroom's not this way. The bathroom's not this way.
It's all right, Amnesia, don't cry.
Regina, you didn't have to be so hard on her.
Oh, you know, I didn't mean it. Go and see if she's all right. I'm telling you, it's not easy being a mother superior these days. Trying to be a leader in these permissive times is almost impossible. I mean, take Sister Robert Ann, for example. When she entered the convent, they told me she was streetwise. I thought that meant she knew her way around town. That girl knows things you don't see on cable television. Why, just this morning she comes into my office and tells me she's writing a book for her gym class on feminine hygiene. Do you want to know what she's going to call it? The Catholic Girl's Guide to an Immaculate Conception. Oh, I'm telling you, it's not easy. Sometimes I wonder why I ever became a nun in the first place. I didn't have to. The other sisters don't know this, but I was going to be a tightrope walker. I'm not making this up, you know. My mother and father had a high wire act. They were billed as 2 tons on a tightrope. My whole family's always been a bit on the hefty side. My father told us that if we worked real hard, we could be better than the flying Walendas. All of us kids were in the act, and all except Mary Claire. That's our sister. She'd taken up with a contortionist. And one night, they were trying out a new position when, well, you know, they got, they couldn't know. Never mind. I was telling you another story. I was telling you about the act. Anyway, we got booked in London, and we stretched a wire across the river as a publicity stunt. No net, mind you. Well, 2 tons on a tightrope were up there when the wire snapped, and suddenly, boom! 2 tons in the Thames. Well, right then and there, I promised the Lord if he'd save them, I'd become a nun. Well, how was I supposed to know he was going to come through? I thought they were goners for sure. Well, since the Lord kept his promise, I figured I'd better keep mine. So here I am. But you want to know the truth. Now that I'm here, I wouldn't have it any other way. Still, I got to tell you something. I steal the spotlight, and though it's not right, I simply can't resist its call. For some nights it's bingo at the parish hall. Turn up the spotlight, and I have a ball. I lose my head then. I know I get when I start to hear that laughter grow.
Well, wasn't that sweet of them?
Be sure to bring back memories. Every time I smell lilacs, I remember my first romance. I was putting on a ballet in my backyard when I fell in love with the dance. Every time I smell lilacs, I remember that very special day when the bishop came and gave me my new name.
Hubert, I thought I was gonna die.
Wait a minute, Amnesia, I have an idea. If lilacs make us remember things that happened long ago, maybe the fragrance can take you backwards in time to a place you know. They smell very nice, it's true. They don't remind me of anything. Wait a minute! Yes, they do! They do! I'm running through the field with the neighbor kids, and I hear Mama calling me to go. Dinner is ready, hurry home! But I can't remember who. I'll get you, my pretty, and love too.
Get down from there right now. This is not the Wizard of Oz. Who do you think you are? Margaret Hamilton?
Ding, 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 ding.
Listen to
Wait
me.
a minute. I have something very important to tell you.
What is it?
When I was in the girls' locker room fixing my veil, I found this. I think one of our students has a very serious problem here.
Oh, what kind of serious
Oh,
problem?
well, look, I know about these things, and I can
You
explain
can explain it
to
to me later. Right now we've got to get ready for the first act finale.
Oh, Rev, this could
Sister Hubert, get them ready for the first act finale.
I don't know what's in the bag.
But, Rev,
Now take that thing off your veil.
I'm melting.
If only she could. I'm terribly sorry for the delay. There'll only be a moment. Now, what is this she's fussing about? Oh, well, it's called rush. It must be something for people in a hurry. I guess you take a teaspoonful after every meal. Let's see, no. It says here, remove cap, allowed to stand. Aroma will develop. Oh, aroma? What kind of aroma? Ah! Good Lord, it smells just awful. Why would anybody want this stuff? I mean, R-U-S. Oh, is it warm in here? Oh, I'm awfully warm. It must be this, you know. I mean, what would the girls be doing with this stuff? I mean, it can't be good for you. It smells just awful. Oh, is it hot in here? Oh. It must be the lights. Anyway, in a few moments. Minimums. Momo. Shortly, we'll get back to nun dance. Flash nun! Butch Cassidy and the Sundance nun! No. That's not right. What show is this, Bob?
Are you all right, sister?
All right.
Oh.
Oh, I've never felt better in my life.
Oh,
Have you ever tried this stuff?
Who, me?
Oh, well, of course you have. You're a musician. Have you ever tried this? Well, I'm telling you, I've got to take some of this back to the convent. Hey! Woo! Oh, let's all sit back and watch a couple of butch nuns dance. Oh, did I say that? No. That's not right. That's not right. Come in. I got to drive Miss Daisy down to the Piggly Wiggly. Oh, it's a miracle. Somebody call a donkey and get me to the manger. Uh-oh. I'm stuck. No, I'm really stuck. Well, don't anyone rush up here to help me. Oh, never mind. I'll do it myself. I bet you think I can't. Well, I'm going to do it. Just like the little red hen. Oh. Look. I'm Shelley Winters in the Poseidon Adventure. Okay, everybody, into the pool! Oh. Free Willy! Free Willy! Oh, it's hot in here.
Reverend Mother.
Hubert! I've fallen and I can't get up.
Turn off that spotlight.
Wait, I'm not afraid.
Yes, you are.
She's stoned. Could you die?
Hey, what's going on?
Reverend Mother got high.
I could have told him that stuff makes you fly.
You're gonna cry.
Hey, no, I didn't tell her you did it.
Put on these shoes, come on. There's been a slight change in what's about to ensue.
I thought we had this song correct too.
Well, we did, but it's not we got If ever you are tempted to transgress, remember this.
Just a wee bit. Just a wee bit. Oh, we've got an Irishman there.